My name is Paul Disselhorst, and my capstone is Motion Capture Positioning System Programming from Naval Postgraduate School. For my capstone, I worked with the Naval Postgraduate School and created a programming solution that would take XY input from right here from a motion capture system and in turn convert it to a GPS sentence. My original interest in the project was the motion capture aspect of it. NPS decided to use infrared motion capture in order to generate the XY data. This IR system, Vicon Blade, works by placing numerous IR cameras around the lab and IR reflectors on a vehicle. As the vehicle is driven, XY data is generated every 120th of a second. So you see right there, that's just data for 0.1 of a second. GPS sentences needed to be constructed, including variables such as latitude, longitude, speed, track angle, time, date. NPS wanted to develop this so they could test equipment in their own labs before they sent out for testing at Army bases, camps, or out in the field, so they could work out all the bugs before they actually sent it out to somebody to test. They wanted to make sure it's working properly and also maintain privacy and security of their research. My solution was developed in C++, and behind me is shown the code that displays the data. So there's one part of it that is displaying it on the screen for them, and for them to view it easier, I split out the header so it's more spread out, because the traditional GPS sentence is all just mashed together, and it's all those variables at the bottom just jumped together. And this makes it a lot easier to see what is what and what exactly is happening for them. In order to utilize the XY data, I developed a function that can be inserted into a camera read function that NPS provided. I included instructions in my function for the researchers on changing scale, where to insert it, where to insert certain variables, and how they could change it to fit any research they want to do. A big focus of my program was to leave every line with explanations and instructions so the researchers could work off of my code and develop anything farther they needed to do. As I said before, my main interest with the project was the motion capture aspect, so working with the Vicon Blade system was a great experience. I developed my function in Xcode using C++, but definitely, unfortunately it's got put up there, my biggest resource was Google, because everything that you learn here, when you're trying to code all these different ways and working with different programs you've never worked before, C++ is an amazingly large language, so I had to just go and research a lot of things on my own that I'd never learned before. I learned a lot from my capstone project. I gained experience with IR motion capture. I learned how to manipulate large data streams. Most importantly, I learned project planning and to conceptually develop my code in my head before I start coding it, because oftentimes if you start coding before you really know what you need to do, you do the wrong thing and then you waste all your time. I'd like to thank the researchers at NPS, namely Dr. Karpenko, as well as my capstone advisor, Dr. Lockwood, and my family. If you'd like to learn more about my capstone, please come see my post session in room 120.